So I got to see Argylle, and it wasn't gay enough for me. And it definitely should have been. Definitely should have been. And welcome to my safe haven, everybody. Thank you guys so much for clicking on another video and joining me here on the BlackGayComicGeek channel. If this is one of your first times checking out my channel, checking out my videos, let me introduce myself. My name is Michael. I call myself the BlackGayComicGeek, and I always say the things that I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the four. So I love to talk about nerd things, fantasy, horror, sci-fi, and of course I like to talk about black representation and queer representation. So if that's something that you're interested in, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, become one of my safe haveners, help me grow this channel, help me become a full-time content creator, and also do me a favor, hit the like button. It'll help with the algorithm, getting this video out there, getting my channel out there. Some more eyes can come to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and help me achieve the goal of being a full-time content creator. With that said, I got the opportunity to see the latest movie directed by Matthew Vaughn, who most people know him as the director of Kick-Ass. He also did Kingsman. And this movie is called Argylle. And Argylle is starring Henry Cavill, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, John Cena, Samuel L. Jackson, and Ariana DeBose. And the synopsis is: reclusive author Ellie Conway writes best-selling espionage novels about a secret agent named Argylle, who's on a mission to unravel a global spy syndicate. However, when the plots of her books start to mirror the covert actions of a real-life spy organization, the line between fiction and reality begin to blur. And the funny thing is, this is going to be a non-spoiler review, but usually when I record my reviews, I don't check to see what other people say because I'd rather get my thoughts out, and I don't want that other people's opinions to sway how I feel or what I'm going to say with regards to my review. But right before I started recording this, I saw that the Rotten Tomatoes score just dropped for this movie. And this movie is currently sitting at a 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm just like, I couldn't disagree with that more. Granted, everything's all opinions. You're coming to this page because you want my opinion. That doesn't mean you're going to feel the same way. There are plenty of things that I liked that people hated, or things that people hated and I liked. So it's all, but like the fact that it's currently sitting at 36%, I was like, I completely disagree with that score. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And so, like I mentioned in the synopsis, the movie is following the character of Ellie Conway, played by Bryce Dallas Howard. And she is a fictional novelist. And it turns out that everything that she was writing in her books happened to some extent in real life. And so she meets an actual spy played by Sam Rockwell. His character's name is Aiden, and he was basically hired to protect her because there's another spy clandestine organization called The Directive, I think it's called, led by, Bryan Cranston is also starring in this movie. He's the head of that evil organization, and they're basically going after Ellie because she's basically divulging all of their secrets. So you're trying to figure out also, like, how does she know these things? I'm also thinking, being that I love fantasy, is she perhaps a psychic and she's tapping into other people's lives without her actually knowing? These are all the questions that I have. And so with that, like, being that this is a spy movie, and this movie did a very interesting job with the cinematography and the editing, in the sense of being that she is a fiction writer, the character that she's writing, Argylle, that's the name of the books, and that's the last name of the character that she's writing. That character is played by Henry Cavill. And so anytime you see Henry Cavill in this movie, he's not real. He's the fictional character in the books. But when she starts to interact with a real life person played by Sam Rockwell, whose name is Aiden, and he's doing his spy stuff trying to protect her, there's a very clever and very interesting trick that they do with the editing and the movie, where she starts to almost hallucinate, where she starts to see her creation Argylle taking the place of Sam Rockwell. And so there are certain moments where Sam Rockwell's doing his stunts and then she'll blink, and then she'll see Henry Cavill, and then she'll blink again, and then she'll see Sam Rockwell. So obviously during the shooting of it, they had to shoot it twice with Sam Rockwell doing it and Henry Cavill doing it. And the way they did it, I thought it was very clever, and I thought it made the movie that much more fun. And overall, this movie was wacky. This movie was not meant to be taken seriously because there are a lot of moments and action sequences and jokes and references, and even the CGI was not completely, like, the CGI looked wacky, and I think that was the point of the movie. And like when I was saying, like, and I'm actually in this particular instance glad I saw some of the criticisms regarding this movie. Like, some people were saying this movie was over the top. You couldn't take it seriously. It was all over the place. And honestly, I felt like that was the point of this movie. It was almost in some ways a parody of the spy espionage. Like, there's a certain scene in this movie that kind of reminded me of the scene in Kingsman where they were playing Freebird. Like, it kind of reminded me of that, but like dialed up to an 11. And this movie in many ways reminded me of like a cartoon. That's basically what this movie was. It was a spy cartoon, and I think that was the point. You were meant to have fun. Like, this isn't James Bond. This isn't, I can't think of any other spy movies, but Charlie's Angels, even Charlie's Angels to a certain extent was kind of wacky, but not as wacky as this. And I had a lot of fun watching this movie. Like, without getting too much into spoilers, there was even a fight sequence in this movie where the spy characters were literally doing dance choreography while shooting people with guns. And it was interspersed with so many multiple colors of the rainbow with, like, you know, knockout gas. And the knockout gases were like purples and blues and orange. Like, that scene right there tells you that this movie is meant to be not taken that seriously. They were having fun with everything that they were doing. And like, I enjoyed it. And then there's like, this movie had twist on top of twist on top of twist. And I thought the twist also made this movie interesting because a lot of the twists, I didn't see them coming. There were certain moments where I was just like, oh, okay, I think I know where this is going. Oh, wait, what? And then you're like, okay, now I know where this is going. And then you're like, wait, what? And like, I don't know. I just thought the movie was fun. I really enjoyed Argylle, and I would totally want to see another movie. I would love to see a sequel for Argylle. And this is honestly a role that you could tell Bryce Dallas Howard had a lot of fun in this role. This is the type of role that you've never really seen her do before. Now, with that said, going into my intro where I was like, I don't think this movie was gay enough. I can't say fully why I felt that way without getting into spoil. Actually, you know what? I am gonna get into. No, I'm not. The movie is not officially out yet, so I'm not even gonna do that. But the movie should have been gay, considering the story that they told, and you'll understand why I say that once you see the movie. But there should have been at least a scene where there's some gay kissing. The character of Henry Cavill and John Cena, they should have kissed. They should have kissed, and that's all I'm gonna say with that. It wasn't gay enough, and it should have been, considering the story. And I'm not just saying that because I wanted to see them, but considering the story that they told, it should have been a little bit more gay. But with that said, I had fun with Argylle. I thought the music was fun and it worked. It was wacky. You had the Beatles and like, it was fun. Sam Rockwell, you could tell every single actor in this movie was having fun, and the script was fun. The score, like all of it. That's basically the way I could describe Argylle. I had fun. And so with that said, once you guys get to see Argylle, what did you think about Argylle movie? Do you fall into the 39% with the rest of the people, or do you agree with me where it's like, I had a good time, I was thoroughly entertained, and that's really all I need? So let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you can, hit that thumbs up button and like this video. Again, really help out with the algorithm. This is one of your first time checking out one of my videos, please check out the other videos on my channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe for more and hit that bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. Tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.